What's going on, guys? Birti Twerk here, and today we are in Anime Champion Simulator. A few things to go over really quick before I show you the sweet spots that I've been talking about. So, first off, on the side of the screen here, if you're not familiar with Anime Champion Simulator, all of your different like tasks, your shop, your items, all of that is right here on the side. Very easy. Now, I must say that when you first start off, your tutorial and your beginning quests are very, very simple, but very quickly do they change to quests that you have to like quite literally grind at constantly. I'll show you what I mean. If you look here at some of my quests, for example, open orbs, 15,000. I only have about one going on 2,000 open. I've been doing this for a few days, so extensive. If you look here, this is where you're challenging and overcoming enemies. 10,000. Only got about 3,000. So these tasks are no joke. It's a game where you can't just like sit back and do nothing. It is something that you've got to grind at. Now, aside from this, if you look, some of the tasks also have 2 or 3 different versions. Let me find them for you, like this one. So, extensive. The one that I haven't completed yet, Defeat Snake Lord, I am nowhere near getting it. So anyway, one of the things though that I did discover is that you can make it a little bit easier on yourself if you purchase the auto clicker and the auto fight. That is located down at the bottom, you see here, and the auto clicker is what you're doing, the damage that you're putting out, so that's your fighting. And then the auto fight is for your guys. Now, your guys are these guys, your champions. They remind me of what would be a pet in the other Roblox games. So you equip them, you equip the best, just like pets. They all do different things. They all have different ratings, if you look. See, so they all do different things. You can equip them with items to enhance their abilities and what they do as well. So they are your champions. They're who the auto fight is for, the auto attack. Now, one other thing before we start looking into my discovery is over here you also have the teleport option. It's not like a lot of Roblox games where you have to purchase it to be able to teleport from world to world to world. It's free, and you're able to go from world to world freely. Now, these out here, I haven't got to yet. I've only been playing for a few days now, but it takes a while to get through these tasks as it is. So this is a game that you can actually dedicate time to and play for a long time. It's more of a long-term game. It's a lot of fun. And you can play it with other friends. You could do raids and whatnot. And so, very cool. I do like the game. It's a great game. Now, one of the things that is difficult is the raids. I was really struggling with the raids because it seems like you can't really conquer the raids unless you have help from other people. And that's pretty touch and go. You have to hope that it's someone out there that is on at the same time as you, plays the game, already got through the quest to even get to the raids. The raid aspect you don't even get to until you've done quite a few different quests. And that's something else that's really interesting as well. So you have the beginning portion, you have the tutorial that you do, the quests that are teaching you your basics, but a lot of the stuff you only obtain over time. So the raids is a very, very, very good example of that. I wasn't able to obtain that until recently. Let's go ahead and check it out. So what I figured out was in order for me to be able to conquer the raid on my own, I had to find a way where I was not being damaged and stunned. You get stunned by the bosses that you go up against in the raids, and so each time you're getting stunned, you're stunned for a few seconds, and that's a disadvantage, especially since raids are also timed. So we're going to go into this raid right now, and I'm going to show you what I mean, and then I'll show you what the sweet spot is, and it's a huge advantage. I don't know if at some point they will catch on to it and change the game so that way you can no longer do this, but for right now, it's an awesome secret that'll help you guys out a lot. So let's go ahead and head into a raid. I'm going to do my favorite, Pirate Town. Put it on easy so I can just show you guys. Let's go ahead and start it. There is where you'd be able to add people and whatnot too. So let's go through and try to go as quickly as we can as well, because if you look at the very top, that's our timer. That's your time to conquer the entire raid, the whole thing, beginning to end. I like the Marine guys. They have such serious reasons. They're very serious. It's a serious matter. So now that we conquered all those guys, we open up to the next part. Here, same thing. You can't access the next portions until you defeat all the guys on that one level. So this opens up 2 spots, because in the raid portions you can skip this or not, but there is an extra spot that you can go to where there's extra loot. It's completely optional. Same thing, you only get it once you defeat all the guys. Alright, so now that we defeated them, we've got our loot right here. But again, we're in a hurry. Snag our stuff and get on out and go to the next portion. Wish we were faster. We're very slow. Alright, we get up here. This is like a mini boss. It's not really a boss that is extremely powerful, but he does have the ability to do certain things that will stun you, as you'll see here. See, now we're stunned. When we get stunned, our champions get stunned for a few seconds, which means they're not battling during that time. That's why the auto clicker is so good, is because even when you're stunned, it's still going, it's still doing damage. It's not much, but anything helps, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get this guy done and out the way. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the next portion. We're already almost to the boss. And that is where I will be able to show you the sweet spot. Alright, also in the raids they have little mini obbies. All of them do. It's not really anything. They're very mini, which you'll see in a second. Very small. Alright, sweet. Let's go ahead and get down here. See, so right here is our little mini obby. I'm going to change the angle so you can actually see it better. It's not much, but they all the raids have them. So let's go ahead and get over to our guy here. I'm going to change our angle. This is our boss. So what I discovered was that he has all these tricks, of course, that will stun you, right? So in order to avoid it, you gotta find a sweet spot. This, on this part here, is a sweet spot, because watch, as we stand here, nothing is going to stun us, nothing is going to harm us, nothing is going to get us here. You could stay here the entire raid, your guys are not being stunned, you can go through it so much faster, and you can do it by yourself because you're not being stunned like that. It gives you enough time to be able to get the raid done. Right here, tsunami would normally get you. Nothing. Sweet spot. What I also found out was that all the raids have a sweet spot. All of them. You just have to find it. It's usually going to be off the ground. That's important, and it's usually going to be somewhere where it's going to be able to do essentially a blocking mechanism like this. This is basically creating a strip where I'm not being affected. So if you look here, watch, as a tsunami comes, it doesn't affect me right on the strip where it is. If I was to move over a little bit to the right or to the left, it'll get me. So it's important that you mind that as well. But we're off the ground, we're not being harmed at all. Take advantage of it now, because I feel like at some point they're going to watch this video and they're going to catch on, and then they're going to change it. But at least for right now, all the raids can be conquered this way. All of them. And it doesn't matter if the difficulty is easy, if it's hard, you still have that one sweet spot, which is a huge advantage on the quest because there's many raid quests. So, looking at the top, we can see our boss's health, and as you can see, it's already well below half. We're getting there, and we still have 8 minutes to spare, so we're good. Alright, so we gone ahead and beat him, but if you look up top, we finished at about 7 minutes. It gave us plenty of time to spare, but be mindful of that, because then when you make the difficulty harder and harder and harder, it'll take you longer to get through, like the marine guys, the little guys, and so that's kind of where your power struggle is going to come into play. So you just have to be mindful of the time. But let's go ahead and open our chest. This chest here you need a raid key for. I do not have one. I might show that in a later video, but see, as you can see, I need one. So then to finish raid, we go through this portal here, and we did it. We completed it. We completed it with enough time. I could sit here and show you the sweet spots for every single one of the raids, but that would be an extremely long video. So just as an example to show you that they do all have a sweet spot, I'm going to go ahead and show you one more. We'll go to Green Planet. See, so we can make this quicker for you guys. Let's go through, and again, the difficulty will affect it as far as time-wise. Right, so moving on, now we go to the boss fight, and I will show you the next sweet spot here. And pretty simple to find them. Like I said, it's just a matter of being off the ground, and it's going to be something that's going to give you a corridor of safety. so it's going to block, essentially. Alright, so we've made it to the boss, and let me go ahead and show you guys the sweet spot. It's going to be off the ground, but what you also need to do is make sure that your guys are also going to be able to reach it. You gotta make sure that they're in the vicinity, otherwise they're just gonna follow you and not do anything. Alright, so anyway, if you look here, I'm like in this rock, right? Part of my body's in the rock. But for some reason, this does help immensely. You just have to go up and up. To where you're right above where the red is. Let's see. So far, all those other things are not affecting me yet. Alright. So there you go. We're safe. It's our sweet spot. Nothing's affecting us right now. Our guys are still fighting, and they're going to be able to knock them way down. So, each raid has a sweet spot. You're going to look to be off the ground and to be blocked, essentially. You're getting blocked. So, look for that there. I could always do another video if you guys want, where I could show you the sweet spots in each of them. But for the sake of time and not making this a super long video, I'm just showing you a couple examples now. But let me know in the comments below if you want me to make another video to do that. I don't mind. So anyway, thank you so much for hanging out, guys, and checking out my secret sweet spots in the raids. Try them out, and in the meantime, have fun playing. If you see me, help me out, please. Otherwise, I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Hey guys, Birti Torque here, just reminding you to like and subscribe the video. It's a free way to help support your girl. Thank you.